All right, hello, Jaguars fans. All right. What's up, guys? Dunn and Drew here. We have not been able to, do a Jaguar segment because there just hasn't been many things happening Jaguars related that we could talk about. But here we are with news of Urban Meyer's official coaching tree. If he is successful in the NFL, I think it'll officially be the Urban Meyer coaching tree. They have the Belichick coaching tree, Pete Carroll coaching tree, a bunch of assistants that get jobs elsewhere. And, they come from, you can all tie them all back to this, whatever philosophy they're going to have, mentality, style of play. So he announced the first Urban Meyer coaching tree, planted the roots. It was announced today.
Roots, good word.
See what you did there. My first thought when I saw that graphic with all of the play, it's on Jaguars.com, all of the coaches, I was like, shoot, that payroll. Can you imagine Shad Khan looking at all these hires?
Man said that payroll, it's $1 billion industry.
But I'm just saying, when I'm working for someone, I feel guilty asking for a new laptop. So if you're Urban Meyer, you're asking Shad Khan to pay, can you pay this guy $1 million, this guy $2 million, this guy a couple hundred, this guy $500,000, that. That's tough, and you got to be confident in those hires, because if they don't work out, then you're wasting a lot of the man's money.
I think Shad Khan took his pen and signed the fuck out of each of those contracts. No problem.
Yeah, I think you're right.
He got his guy himself. Urban. He trusts Urban.
Some Urban Meyer. Another thing that stuck out to a lot of people was the controversial hiring of Chris Doyle. If you aren't familiar, he got into some hot water, and even I think there was a buyout. He left Iowa, right?
Yeah, Iowa. Got paid $1 million, I think.
Yeah, to leave. After some players complained about being treated unfairly, some racist comments that he made during practices and stuff like that, and I figured who better to speak on this than myself, who has a black friend and a black stepdad. I figured it's important to give you my perspective on this hire. I have to say kidding with jokes that risky, just in case.
So it was kind of bad timing on my part when I posted the new merch, because I think I posted the exact time that this news was coming out. And I found out about this a little late. I wasn't really scrolling Twitter today. The only reason I saw it is because I'm in this Jags group chat on Twitter with 40 fans with Dilla and Demetrius and all these people.
Thanks for the invite.
I leave a lot. It's too much sometimes. But I saw it. Then I looked this coach up, and I was like, oh, I remember this guy. I guess he's on our squad now. But, okay, yes, it was it's bad optics at first,
especially with Urban Meyer, because going into one of the knocks on him was, he kind of turns a blind eye to things like that
Well, he had something like this at Ohio State that he wasn't really speaking up about. I think it was with
domestic
Coach
violence.
Day. Yeah,
no, it wasn't Coach Day, or someone he wouldn't else. Be the coach. But
yeah,
yes. Well, let's give some background before. Let me. This is from the New York Post. They say some former black players at Iowa accused Doyle of telling them he was going to, quote, send them back to the ghetto if they did not meet his standards, among other alleged remarks. Iowa hired a law firm to conduct an external review of the program, which concluded that a small group of coaches demeaned players and the program's rules perpetuated racial or cultural biases and diminished the value of cultural diversity. Doyle defended himself last June in a statement which included, I do not make racist comments, and I don't tolerate people that do. Iowa buys out strength coach Doyle for $1.1 million. Meyer insisted Thursday, today when he did the presser, that they did indeed do a very good job vetting this coach. I don't know what that means.
By that he means we're boys, and he said he said he good now.
He said just kidding. He said he said he regrets it. I mean,
media fans, everybody's gonna have their opinion about this kind of hire, but the biggest thing about this hire is that this guy comes in like this with this history at Iowa, you gonna have to make sure the players don't fucking, before the season even starts, have a problem with it. Because if the culture, Urban Meyer's got to set the culture straight right away. So he's got to get all of his players, address the elephant in the room of this guy's past, and talk to the players like, we're not going to tolerate none of this shit anymore. What happened, it happened, whatever. And that's going to be something Urban Meyer's going to have to deal with his players when the time comes for that.
Yeah, that was my worry. I was like, oh, what if free agents don't want to come here because of that guy? He did address this. Someone asked him, well, what about the Jaguars have a lot of young players on the team. I think Mia O'Brien asked, so how are you going to convince them that this isn't like a slap in the face? She didn't say that exactly, but that's what she's getting at. And Urban said there's going to have to be some trust in their head coach that we're trying to give them the best of the best. And I sent you a GIF, the Russell Westbrook GIF of him sneaking a sandwich. I was like, this is me being okay with the hire just because I want the best of the Jaguars.
I don't think Urban Meyer is gonna purposely hire a guy that's gonna cause controversy amongst everybody. You know, I think he genuinely believes this guy is good at what he does. But the first hospitalization we get from a Jags player from this guy's strength program, there's gonna be a problem. But I don't think people
better be a white guy.
Are gonna be people aren't going to be talking about this guy 2 days from now, 3 days from now, because he's a coach that's not in the spotlight. He's in the fucking weight room. Nobody talks about this kind of coach. But if there is an incident that comes up, then it will get brought up. But this guy is going to be forgotten in 2 days, 3 days. Hell, Trevor Lawrence throwing tomorrow. So
everyone's going to forget tomorrow.
They'll be like, oh shit, Trevor Lawrence, he coming. Nobody's going to be talking about this guy. But yes. When it first happens, yes, it's a terrible look. But as we've seen in this country many times, controversial things soon get passed away and we move on to the next thing.
Yeah, he said he's very confident there won't be any issues. And Urban believes that in a year or two, they'll have the best sports performance team in the NFL. This guy's title is Director of Sports Performance, and I had no idea what that meant.
What is he, Gatorade?
Very vague. Yeah, he walks around with Gatorade. So I guess it means dealing with injuries, physical therapy, because the Jaguars had a ton of injuries last year, a bunch of injuries the year before. NFL injuries are a bitch. It can derail a season. In 2017, the reason we got so far is because we had no injuries on defense, and I think Urban Meyer pointed that out. He said in 2014, the reason he won the national championship with Ohio State is because they had 0 soft tissue injuries. That's impressive. To go all year without that. So he's stressing the importance of how important this job is, and it is in the NFL. You have to keep your players healthy. And hell, if this works, if we have the best sports performance program in the NFL, I think that'll go a long way to winning and losing. Best ability is availability.
We've been reiterating that this guy's a program builder, so any little thing that's important to winning the game, Urban Meyer is thinking about.
Bro, he said in the presser today, he said, I'm gonna make sure we have the best of the best. How's our training table? Better be the best of the best. A training table. It has to be the best out of the whole league. That shit excites me. And the fact that
my guy's running an NFL boot camp. I'm here for it. You play 16 games. You better go out there and play all of them like you give a damn. Shit. I keep forgetting this coach's name.
Doyle.
And if it takes Doyle screaming at Josh Allen to get his Negro ass up, and Josh Allen gets his best PR, and he's the sack leader, I'm with it. I'm with it, Doyle. Shit.
This is the new era of racism. I need that racism. I like it. If that's racist, let me get more of that.
Just make sure they're all on the same page. Bench harder, boy.
Other
shit.
hires, we had Charlie Strong.
Oh, yes.
Charlie
That's my
Strong
guy.
will be the assistant head coach and inside linebackers coach. When I saw inside linebackers coach, that was interesting. Like, that's when I was like, oh my God, how many people this man Shot Khan gonna have to pay? You gotta have an inside linebackers coach, outside linebackers. But
Bro,
I think
there were so many positions I saw. I'm like, what is that?
there was a position assistant to the head coach. There's assistant head coach, assistant to the head coach. If you were an Office fan, I'd make a joke, but you're not. You wouldn't get it.
I haven't seen an episode.
So when I see inside linebackers coach, I'm thinking, okay, so are we running a 3-4? Because that would make sense if you have an inside linebackers coach and then you have a separate guy for outside linebackers coach. Because in a 3-4, those guys do something completely different than what they do in a 4-3. So
I think they're just encasing it in case they do run the 3-4.
I think they know what they want, and I think
Already?
the Jaguars match up well. I know when Urban was hired, Le'Veon Chason. Caleb Vaughn, sorry. He tweeted 3-4 with like a eye emoji. So I think the players are best suited to for that.
What is a passing game coordinator?
I swear some of these positions made up.
What is their
Like, what's the difference between him? Why can't the offensive coordinator take on that role as well? Is that too much on their plate?
Gonna turn to the passing game coordinator.
Say,
and
hey,
he's gonna
how we
turn to Urban?
Hey, how we passing today?
I don't understand these positions.
So Charlie Strong's background: 38 years coaching. He doesn't look very old, but 38 years of experience.
Black don't crack, cuh.
Won national titles in 06 and 08 at Florida. Urban Meyer said today that they would not have won those championships without Charlie Strong. He coached 7 first-round picks at Florida. And then we get the offensive coordinator.
I remember Charlie Strong from USF only. In
Yeah,
Texas.
me too. Urban said that it was his first hire. It was the first guy he went after. And he said it's one of, if not the most important hire that he made. Going to the offense, we have Daryl Bevell. Seahawks fans roasted this pick, but I think everyone hates their offensive coordinator.
They do. And Seahawks fans, they were mad because this is the guy that called the pass on the 1 yard line in the Super Bowl. So if you get me to the 1 yard line at the Super Bowl, come on over, Bevell.
Call whatever play you want, bro. If you give me 1 yard away from winning the Super Bowl, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, imagine complaining about that.
Well, I understand, but we're Jags fans, so thank you.
Urban said he interviewed a lot of people for this one, and Bevel's his interview was by far the best. Urban said he has a clear vision of what he wants the offense to look like, which was interesting to me.
Clear.
He has a clear vision of what he wants the offense to look like. He said he called about 10 people about Bevell, and one of them was Brett Favre, who told him to hire the guy, which makes me nervous because if you remember a couple weeks ago, Brett Favre also was asked by TMZ who the Jaguars should take first overall, and he said Devontae Smith. So hopefully Urban does not call Brett Favre about the first overall draft pick.
Hey, Brett, who should we take first?
Oh, that Devontae Smith guy. So Bevell it's his 21st season in the NFL. He's most recently an interim head coach and offensive coordinator for the Lions. He has 3 division titles, 2 conference titles, and 1 Super Bowl title. Would that be the Seahawks?
Nice credentials. Yeah, I think it'd be the Broncos with him.
Next one, defensive coordinator, Joe Cullen. He's been in the league for a long time, most notably a defensive line coach. And Urban said today that he's considered one of the, if not the best, one of the best defensive line coaches in the game. I heard that a lot too when Joe Cullen's name was being thrown around as a possible hire. He said, I'm sorry. Oh, Urban said he has a tremendous respect for the way the Ravens play defense. So this also is making me think we're going 3-4. He loves their systematic style of play. And Joe Cullen was just the defensive line coach for the
Boy, do we need
for the
that.
Ravens. Yeah, no pass rush last year.
Absolutely no pass rush last year. And a ton of injuries, too, though. So, Doyle, need you. Everything goes back to Doyle.
Get in. Yeah, it might be the best hire. Might be the most important hire, low key. Okay, not going to talk about that one. Not going to talk about. All right,
Was it special teams?
Yeah, special teams, passing game. Brian Schottenheimer, passing game coordinator.
The stats of the special teams coordinator had me kind of hyped.
Yeah. Okay, let's look at it. Brian Schneider, 11 seasons with the Seahawks. His unit ranked first in takeaways, second in block kicks. I love it. I love a block kick.
All two.
It's been yeah, that's probably how much it is. Coached a first team All Pro. Wow. And coached 2 Pro Bowl selections. Wow. Let's look at the mentions when the Jaguars put this thread together on Twitter. I want to look at because
I did that.
Chris Doyle's one. They tried.
I was looking for the roasts in each one of the tweets, and the Doyle one was the most popular and engaged, obviously.
Let's look at the quote tweets.
Wonder if anyone said yikes.
So y'all just said fuck racism, huh? What is this nonsense? Here's a small reminder of the privilege of white men. They can always bounce back even with racist allegations.
Kyle Larson.
I'm an Ohio State fan, this one says. I love Urban Meyer, but this fucking hire here is unacceptable. This man put his players in the hospital at Iowa. Oh, yeah, there was a report that while he was at Iowa, 13 players went to the hospital for being overworked during practice.
Yeah, that's why I said if any Jags players get hospitalized,
I mean,
that's when his name will come up again.
Yeah. Okay.
I need Jags Hard Knocks.
They said this was... Yeah, right? Can you imagine this guy? Every time it bleeps. Oh, no, HBO doesn't beep it out, so we'd hear everything that he says.
Keeps it in. They keep it in.
So this is what this guy said. This was Jaguars' vetting process of Doyle. Jacksonville. So why did you leave Iowa? Doyle. Reasons. Jacksonville. Okay, sounds good. No further questions. Yeah. God. It's going to be interesting. But like you said, we won't ever hear this guy again after today.
Yeah, we won't.
But people are bringing up the fact that the Jaguars were like so into the Black Lives Matter movement in the offseason. And then
that's everybody, bro.
Do this is kind of, yeah, I know. But to do this, it's like if there's no one could have made this hire. No one could have made this hire in the offseason last year. Like, this would not have been possible. But I think tensions have settled down.
I think Urban Meyer would be the only one to make this.
True. That's a possibility.
Because of just Urban's past. But, I feel like you got to have a little controversy to be successful. We're about to find out. Shit. This is a nice, eclectic group of men.
It's a big-ass payroll. Oh my god.
We should be able to make it work, especially because we aren't in a tough division. So
we'll do our part, won't we? We'll be there cheering.
There's gonna be a lot of free agency moves, so I hope we pick the right ones.
Show your shirt. Let it adjust. Let it adjust
light.
the light.
It's not going to. I have to adjust the light.
It's nice. That's our new merch item, guys. If you like it, we'll put the link in the description. Oh, there we go. Oh, there it is. No, not happening.
God damn it, light.
Oh, there it is. Tanked for Trevor. I get it.
But this isn't a tank. I do have tanks, but
yeah, I got a black tank on the way.
Yo, that merch came quick.
Yeah, what's up with them? They desperate? Or they're just like in their bag?
They might be in their bag. I ordered that shit Monday. It came today.
Jeez, that's crazy.
Said 2-day air. I didn't put 2-day air. It's not even an option. It's like 3 to 6 business days, I think, is the quickest. So, but tomorrow, Trevor Lawrence Pro Day. All he's doing is throwing.
I cannot wait. What time? Well, I don't know why I asked you. Like,
corner. I'm NFL Network.
God, it's going to be on NFL Network. I'm going to be glued to it. And then after that, we won't really see him until he's going to get some surgery. We won't see him till the draft, which I need to watch him walk across. Although, didn't everyone love the draft last year? We love seeing the players with their families.
I think we did. We did. But I don't want that.
Yeah, I know. You want to be there.
I have a whole episode on COVID.
I know.
And while I'm tired of this bullshit.
Thank you guys for listening, watching. We will talk to you maybe tomorrow after Trevor Lawrence Pro Day. Maybe we'll talk about that, how that went. We got to get the views. I know it's going to do views.
Well, I don't have NFL Network, so I'll stream it somewhere.
Yeah, you'll see the clip somewhere.
Twitter. Loyal. Tank for Trevor. We out here. Odds we get him. I'm joking.
Goodbye.